What's good? I'm Woog, and this is guaranteed to deepen your appreciation for hip-hop. So Eminem just laced Donald Trump with 4+ minutes of fury at the BET Awards cypher. It wasn't really a cypher, it was just pretty much him showcasing a verse. I wouldn't even really call it a freestyle because it wasn't off the top, but we'll say that it was like a showcase verse. Nonetheless, he laced them. Now these might not have been Eminem's most impressive rhymes. I mean, he's been killing it for 20+ years now, but they are among his most controversial, even for one of the most controversial rappers in hip-hop history. Now Eminem has dipped his toe in political waters in the past, namely on White America and on Square Dance from the Eminem Show, and then again on Mosh from Encore, but instead of simply yelling "F you, Tipper Gore," the wife of former Vice President Al Gore, he's actually, in this case, taking issue with the sitting president, albeit the most polarizing president in modern history, and more notably, he's confronting much of his own fan base by drawing a line in the sand and calling for them to stop supporting him if they also support President Trump. And there is some irony there, which makes his decision to launch this attack that much more admirable. See, one thing about Eminem's career, aside from him being, in my opinion, the most talented lyricist in hip-hop history, but that's a whole nother discussion, is that he's been able to eclipse all other rappers in album sales by a long shot with every album he drops, because his fan base includes a demographic that other rappers simply don't have access to, and that would be white people who don't otherwise listen to hip-hop. A lot of people who don't buy any rap albums, they still buy Eminem albums. So him exploiting this commercial advantage has had a lot of people crying foul, knowing that there's nothing that black rappers can do to match the numbers that he's been able to put up with every release. Eminem himself has even acknowledged this in the past. On the previously mentioned White America, he said, "Let's do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half. I ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that." Now he's obviously not the first or only white rapper. There have been several, some of which have done very well. The Beastie Boys, extremely successful. Vanilla Ice and Macklemore certainly had their moments. But most white rappers actually never had tremendous success. Sure, Eminem's whiteness put him over the top commercially, but let's be clear, he had to first be an amazingly talented MC to do what he's done. Otherwise, his successful formula could be easily replicated, which no one has done or has even come close to doing. But back to this freestyle about Trump. Eminem is now in his 40s, but even his last album, the Marshall Mathers LP 2, sold well over 4 million copies. To put that into perspective, he sold more with an album that he released at 41 years old than Drake has sold with any album. So it'll be interesting to see if there is any commercial backlash in potentially alienating a bunch of his fans who are also Trump supporters, because he leaves nothing to ambiguity here. He makes it clear as day that this is an either-or proposition, so time will tell whether some people's support for Trump will have them relinquishing their loyalty to Slim Shady. In the meantime, have fun re-listening to that freestyle to catch what you might have missed during the first listen. Eminem is a master wordsmith, and there's just always so much to dissect in an Eminem verse. Like I said, I don't think it's his best stuff, but it's definitely still worth the listen and the re-listen. I laughed pretty damn hard at that line about, he's gonna get rid of all the immigrants. He's gonna build a wall that's taller than this. Crazy. Anyway, I'm Woog. Thanks for tuning in.